Hello, my name's James from Eurovoix. We are live at the allocation draw in Basel, and I'm speaking to Martin Österdahl. No introduction needed. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well too. It's been nice being here in the museum and watching the draw. It's been really good. How do you feel now we're in Switzerland and the draw's happened and the formal handover is done, that we've come home this year? Does that feel good?
Yeah, it does feel good. You know, there's such a high level of excitement here in Basel for Eurovision and in Switzerland in general. They've really well prepared. They've got an excellent team. I'm really excited about this one.
It's been very good, this draw, and I think the excitement is building in the room and around everywhere after that. Of course, this maybe feels like a little bit of a reset now that we've come back to where it all started because of the way Eurovision's changed in recent years since you've been here. For example, I mean, politics now is almost inescapable from every aspect of kind of entertainment and culture. How do you see Eurovision's place within that culture at the moment, and how do you think it should evolve over the coming years?
Well, I mean, it's true that we've been through a period, and we are in a period of sort of, I guess, conflicts and sort of this divisive environment, and I think in that context, the Eurovision Song Contest is just more important than it's ever been, because we stand for unity, to unite by music. We stand for inclusion, we stand for acceptance and respect of each other, and I think, you know, ultimately we're a good thing, and I think that's just really important today, and also everything's so polarized, but I think it's nice to have something that is sort of a kind of a neutral ground where we all can just be together, and I'd like Eurovision to be that, and it is that, and I think it has a very, very promising future because, you know, it's true to its values.
Yeah, and it is the biggest song contest in the world, and such a uniting force for Europe, and a uniting force through music, of course, as we have through that slogan there. Yeah. So, last year, a lot of the talk around the contest was defined by rules. It was defined perhaps by who followed them, perhaps who didn't. Now that we have the new code of conduct in place, that's been brought in through the reforms at the EBU, do you think that puts you guys in a better position to have a clearer picture of things so that the situations that maybe happened in recent years don't become so much of an issue again?
Yeah, I do think so, and it's not just the protocols themselves. It's you know, we basically have to cancel the off season this year to really dig deep and do a lot of work on our routines with our members, with our partners, with every stakeholder in this massive co-production and event. And I think from those conversations and all those working groups that we sat in, we've managed to get closer to each other. I think we've radically changed how we communicate, how we make sure that we are aligned, how we share information within the membership, and I do think we're actually coming into 2025 better prepared than perhaps we have been for any contest.
There's been a period of reflection, and that's looking like it's starting to bear fruit. Yeah. The last thing I want to ask you, Martin, is obviously there were meant to be 38 countries at this draw today, but Moldova, of course, withdrew earlier last week. Obviously, we've had a couple of countries, a lot from Eastern Europe, recently leave the contest, citing a number of issues, finances, things like that. Do you think there's anything the EBU can do to try and make sure those countries can compete in a more sustainable way? Is that something you're looking at?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, and it's top of the agenda for me and for my team. We're working on it every day. It's you know, the financial sustainability of it refers to the hosting, which we all know is expensive, but also the participating, because that's also expensive. And we're an amazing union of broadcasters. Some are richer than others, and we just have to make sure that we can remain as inclusive as possible and try and find efficiencies and ways of supporting in solidarity the smaller members, and that's something that's really important to us.
And that, again, just goes in line with the values and of being inclusive, as you say, and making sure as many people as possible can compete and enjoy this contest, which, well, the reason I'm here is we'll love it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm really happy that Moldova is still broadcasting the show so that the fans will be able to see it, and I'm quite, hopeful that they will come back to next year.
Well, thank you very much, Martin, for talking to us. Obviously, we've been here at Basel at the allocation draw. That's been Martin. I've been James. Thanks very much for watching.